Hello everyone and welcomes to our YouTube channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we will show you our exact formula for predicting the next twist in Heartland Season 17 Episode 8. Caleb is presented with the risk of losing custody of his son Carson in Heartland Season 17 Episode 8 following his ex-wife's acceptance of a job offer in Canada. It would be very painful if this predicament caused him to stop his relationship with Amy, but he is forced to make a difficult decision. Sophia and Monica, a mother-daughter team, opened the show with a breathtaking vaulting display, but the horse's untamed ran caused her to suddenly change her pace, causing Sophia to rush out of her them. This had been going on for more than a month, and Amy's customers were desperate for an explanation for Verona's behavior because they had a major competition in Europe the next week, making sure they were okay. Amy quickly went to see how they were, even though she recognized that a week is insufficient to thoroughly investigate the situation. She committed to doing her utmost. She started cross-training Verona with leaping, pole bending, and lunging because she was concerned Verona wouldn't appreciate being spurring around all the time. That was the case, but since the horse was oak and doing his job is expected every time Amy gave him a new challenge, that is why she started to wonder why Sophia was hesitant to agree to Amy's proposal that they try her routine instead, which included lunging the horse. Amy observed something odd when Sophia eventually agreed to attempt it. Sophia jumped from a cliff again in the midst of Verona's incessant chatter. When Amy asked Verona why she had bailed, Verona altered pace again, which caused Sophia to lose her balance as Sophia described to Amy's knowledge. Nevertheless, this was not the case. Since Verona was perfect, it had to be someone else due to her lack of direction. As seen in a video Logan showed Amy, Sophia tripped and fell from her owner. Logan disagreed with Amy's prediction that Sophia would be afraid if it happened again. Maybe the problem wasn't the horse or the Veeder, but Sophia bolting off her owner when Amy leaped at him to rescue her mother. Amy had to have a difficult conversation with her customers as a result of this, but she was successful in convincing Monica and Sophia of their true feelings. Sophia stated that she leaped off Verona in response to Amy's lunge and that her motivation was more than just a desire to avoid further harm. As Monica lunged Verona after Sophia's collapse, she finally admitted that her performance had suffered due to her fixation on the possibility of Sophia's fall. Things didn't work out the way Amy had planned, but in the aftermath of a heartfelt discussion between Monica and Sophia on the importance of their vaulting skills, it frightened Sophia's hair is long. Lindy, of all people, helped Sophia and Monica get back on track after they patched things up. While she and Monica were preparing Verona to leave Heartland, Lindy approached Sophia and expressed her admiration for Sophia's antics. Sophia encouraged the girl to keep believing in herself and never give up. Monica was afraid that she had pushed her daughter Sophia to have a dream when she heard her state that winning a vaulting championship was her only childhood aspiration. Sophia reassured her mother that her dream was and is still alive. Sophia warned her mother Monica that she had never been forced into anything and that if Monica caused any harm to Sophia, who hated herself for being pushed into vaulting, Sophia would hold Monica liable. Sophia went on to add that vaulting alongside her mother is the best part of the sport. Hearing this, Amy urged them to go vaulting together again, noting that Sophia clearly didn't need a new longer and Monica could use some R&R. The routine went down without a hitch, which was fantastic for the mother-daughter bond and their ability to work together towards the same goal till the end of the episode. Logan showed Amy his new vehicle upon his arrival at the ranch, just in time for Amy to extend an invitation for him to see Sophia and Monica's routine, all because Logan had been instrumental in helping Amy figure out how to treat her clients. This prompted Logan to seek Amy's forgiveness and return to horse training, admitting that he had made a mistake in abandoning it while Amy attended to her vaulting customers. CB's story this season was undoubtedly the most difficult because he was on the verge of losing his child. In the 8th episode of Heartland's 17th season, Caleb smashed a wall after an angry phone argument with Cass, which was a symptom of how bad things were becoming when Tim wanted to know what was wrong. Caleb detailed all that happened after his phone call. It appears that after Caleb got a great position in K, Cass sued him for full custody of Carson because she wants to take Carson with her to British Columbia. KB was not having any of it. That Calb was going through a tough time. Nevertheless, Amy remained unfazed and continued to stand by her best friend. Afterward, she approached Caleb to discuss the situation, and we learned that it was irrelevant that Caleb attempted to speak to Cass in a low voice as Tim had recommended, as Cass was determined to bring Carson along. Lawyers were now engaged on both sides. This implied that Khaled was getting ready to battle Tim, and Amy expressed their concerns about Carson becoming involved in his parents' legal struggle after the event, but Caleb insisted on doing so. The thought of losing custody of Carson was too much for him to bear, so he opted to stand against Cass. Caleb felt he had no choice but to take Cass to court, despite Tim's warnings that her behavior was vindictive, that she was lucky to have a job in British Columbia, and that he could remain a part of Carson's life outside of the legal system. In his pursuit of full custody of Carson, he went so far as to ask Emmy to be his character reference. Despite CB's EY at Cass for treating him badly, he must act. Caleb was furious and told Amy and Tin at the gallery opening party that he was relocating to Canana when he abruptly departed the rodeo school. Leaving Tin jobless, he apologized to Tin, but Tin told Caleb that there was no need to apologize because he is doing what is right for his child. However, after Tin departed, Caleb once again caught Amy off guard by stating that he planned to depart tomorrow to assist Amy in selecting Carson's new school. Amy nonetheless managed to express to Caleb her regret at being shocked and her need for H's presence on his way out of the celebration. To express his regret for bringing down the Miz following CB's heartbreaking farewell, everyone bid each other a respectful farewell at the gallery door. Caleb and Amy exchanged one more embrace before he left, and Amy witnessed his departure. Will Kerry James be leaving the show for good as a result of this? Neither the show nor any of the actors have made official announcements, so I don't know. However, the fact that some of the characters have made guest appearances on the show on occasion over the years suggests that they may still have the opportunity to do so if they are still around, whoever Caleb is. The long-awaited gallery opening between Jessica and Lou, which had been building since episode 3, finally took place in this episode. The episode began with a scene of Lou and Jessica putting up the final touches on the gallery. It seemed like Jessica paid little attention to Lou's jive as she got the gallery ready for public viewing, even though Lou had teased her about leaving her behind and making her finish the repairs alone, but Jessica couldn't turn a blind eye to Lou's the gallery. Despite the fact that they had not yet had a comprehensive debate or made a final choice on the cafe concept near the far wall where Lou had set up the card tables and cafe, Lou presented Jessica with a fully supplied cafe at the gallery the next morning. Jessica's growing annoyance with Lou was intended for a famous artist Jessica was attempting to recruit later. Following Lou's stuttering half-answer on an opportunity to exhibit local artists and boost visitors to Hudson, Jessica requested Lou's honest view on the gallery. After receiving the financing, Jessica informed him that the gallery is much more than just a place to display her artwork. Jessica believes that the gallery will act as a meeting place for a variety of artists. Furthermore, even though Lou understood Jessica's point after hearing her explanation, her discontent was evident. Jessica was taken aback by the realization that Lou had truly abandoned her when she informed her that the cafe would be closing. Lou then departed and went home. Lou came to the gallery to show her support for Jessica. Jessica was concerned about Elle's speech from the start. She emerged from it moved and, admittedly, a little bewildered, so Lou conceded that she should have notified Jessica sooner. Jessica approached her and expressed her surprise at Lou's comments. Lou made it clear that she left the gallery in search of something more meaningful, not because Jessica didn't want to partake in the entire cafe experience, and that she needed time for it to happen. Finally, Jessica had a better grasp of Lou's motive. Out of beef stew that had Jack's image on it, Fred Garland has convinced Jack to offer more Heartland beef items in an effort to boost sales, one of which is the beaks in a can, but Jack wasn't convinced because he thought the idea was too desperate. Not only did Tim dislike it, but he also thought they couldn't. It is also a real possibility because Jack and Tim couldn't possibly ensure that the canned goods were of high quality. Lou had naturally learned about dirt bikes by now, but how Katie planned to pay for her bike remained a mystery to her. Lou showed great composure when Katie told him she planned to sell the jewelry to get a dirt bike.